Hey, YouTubers. How's it going? Whew. A lot on my mind, a lot going on, I'm just, going to talk about just random stuff, randomness. Randomness. I'm at work, so I might have to put it on pause a time or two, but, I was watching a friend of mine's video the other day, Corey Givens. Shout out, Corey. Hope I got your last name right. Is it Givens? I think it is. But anyway, shout out to Corey. And he was talking about, just, pretty much people and fake people and people not wanting to help you succeed and, this and that. And, from his point of view, his angle, in life. And, it's true, though. I mean, there's people out there that are your friend as long as you are beneficial to them. Now, whereas the shoe gets put on the other foot and you may need something or you might need a little help or, something like that, well, then poof, that friend's gone. And it's funny because I was sitting back just a few minutes ago. A friend of mine, Trey Hall, posted on his Facebook page how his son Tanner is 12 today. Happy birthday, Tanner. And I got to thinking back when I first met Trey and I first met Tanner. Tanner was probably like 7 years old, maybe 6 years old, back in the early machine pitch days of I coached baseball for youth baseball for those of you who don't know. And my first year, Trey Hall was a coach. And, Tanner, his little son, he was probably 7 because it was machine pitched. And his other son, Chase. And they were little guys, and it's just like, it kind of hit me, because, I knew this, you don't think about it, And this little guy, was 7 yesterday, and today he's, boom, 12, and time flies, they say, when you're having fun. And coaching baseball, I really do enjoy it, win or lose. Coming off of 5 years of winning, being on top, with my team. Go State Farm. This year, not looking too good. I mean, but, hey, we got potential. But then it just dawned on me, 1997 was 20 years ago, And anyway, I started thinking back, reminiscing a little bit, about the old baseball days. And I'm like, where are some of the kids at now? Little Tanner, I mean, he's still playing. He's doing travel ball, and he's a good little pitcher from what I hear. Hadn't got a chance to go to one of their travel ball games yet or see him, practice or anything, but he's been doing it for quite some time. And, I've gotten thinking about some of the other kids from back then, my first little team, and I was like, wonder where they are. And most of them are still, playing baseball. There's a few of them that's poofed. And it's like, then I started thinking about some friends of mine, from back in the day. I was like, where is such and such or such and such, and go on Facebook and, they're still there. And unfortunately, some of my friends, they've passed for various reasons, from being stupid to, just dying. But then, I'm looking at, it's funny because, I coach and work in a town that I don't live in. I live probably around 16 miles away from the town I actually work and coach in. And it's funny because when I worked in my hometown, well, not my hometown, but the town I live in, I had friends, that, come around and stuff like that. Then I got to thinking, I was like, wow, these people were coming around because I would, let them bum cigarettes, or I'd get them a drink or this and that, here and there. And, and it's funny because I used to, and I got to thinking about it. Back in the day, I could probably count on one hand, my true friends, the people that I knew would be there if something, was to go awry or something was to happen. And, some of them people I was actually wrong about. because they were just the leeches, you know. But it's funny because the people I've met in Darlington, a lot of the people I've met, you know, I got, and a lot of people can't say this, but I got like 400 and, it's not like a million or nothing. It's like 430, 450, something like that, friends on Facebook. But every single one of the 400 and something people on Facebook, I actually know. Take away probably 5 or 6. I've been playing Conquer Online. I started back playing that. So I've added a few people there. Well, let's be friends on Facebook. You know, I added a few people from that. But I mean, other than that, you know, out of the, let's just say 450, 445, I actually know these people. And it used to be like 600, 700, but I had a lot of game people on there, and I just went through it. You know, I mean, I know y'all, you know, if you have Facebook, you get tired of a game after a while, and, you know, you just, you know. But, I mean, I got some friends on there that, I mean, I've had since, like, a long time. But anyway, so I go and I start going through these, you know, these names of these friends on my page. And some of them are kids I've coached over the years and parents. And some of them are real good friends. And some of them I'm like, whatever happened to, you know, whatever happened. And, you know, it really hits, you know, because, you know, I know that people's not on Facebook every day, but, you know, my birthday, happy birthday wishes every year have gone up. And this year they went up too. And, you know, I'm sitting there, you know, and I go back and I kind of compare, and I'm like, well, you know, this person, you know, all this time they've been saying it. And then you had this one friend that said it like 3 years ago and they hadn't said it again. And you're kind of thinking, wow, you know. But what's funny is, you know, the other day, you know, I was in a store, and I'm not going to call out the person. I'm not going to, you know, blast them or anything. But I was in a store, you know, over in Florence, where I live at. And I seen a lady that I've known for a long time. And I was like, hey, how are you? You know, how are you doing? You know? And she's just like, I'm okay. And kind of walks off, you know, and I'm like, you're my friend on Facebook. You don't remember me? You know, it's like, you know, situations like that where most people got all these friends on Facebook, man. And I know I wasn't going to start the topic off talking about this, but I'm just ranting and raving. But, you know, I'm just probably going to go ahead. I've been saying it for a while. I mean, just to see if people notice. I mean, I know there's people in there that look at their friends number every day. And they're like, oh my God, I'm missing one. Oh my God. It don't bother me. I mean, whatever. You know, but I'm just going to have to go through it, man, you know, and kind of just thin out the herd, you know, from people back in the day. I mean, that's just, you know, that's just what it is. Just, I mean, you got your good buds that, you know, you really don't talk too much, but, you know, you still know they'll be there, you know. But, yeah, I mean, back to my original before I drifted off a little bit. Forgive me, I do that a lot. I drift off. But, you know, my man Corey was talking about how people don't want you to succeed. And it's true, you know, because I'm cheap. But I just recently, you know, I had a 95 Explorer, you know, and a 99 Chevrolet 3500 pickup. And both of them needed work. And the Explorer was getting to the point where the front end, man, was about to come up from under it. And, you know, getting it fixed, the cost of getting it fixed just wasn't worth it to me when it comes to that truck. I spent $800 on that truck, you know. So spending $2,000 or something up on the, you know, front end was just not conceivable for me. So anyway, I went out and got, I only have to think of like one other video on here. I'm just going to try to start doing little, not every day probably, but every once in a while I'll start doing little video blogs and stuff, or V-blogs or vlogs or whatever the cool term is now. I have no idea. But I just recently went out, got me a 2013 Chevrolet Camaro 2SS. You know, the ones at 6.2, 450, whatever horsepower, blah, 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 leather seats, you know, the whole nine, only 31,000 miles when I bought it. You know, mint condition car, beautiful car. 6-speed manual transmission. I mean, just beautiful car. 20-inch rims, Pirelli tires, the whole 9 yards. And it come to my attention that people that, is getting back to me. There's certain people that, oh, he must have won the lottery and this and that. And, oh, it must be nice. And, you're hating on me because of a car? I'm still the same guy. I got my baseball equipment because I got the car and then, I got rid of the little black Explorer I had. Still got the white truck. But the plan was to drive the white truck and just only drive the Camaro every once in a while, stuff like that. Well, then I go out and crank up the truck one morning and friggin' starter breaks, literally, because I took it off the Saturday. And the little half of housing where the little spindle is, that's like missing. Half of it's just gone. So yeah, I'm gonna replace that. But yeah, and it's like, what the F, people are hating on you because, you did something, you bettered yourself even if it's just a car, you bettered yourself in a way. And it's just funny because, I'm like, wow, I thought me and this guy was kind of cool, he's hating on me and stuff. I'm like, wow, that's, it doesn't bother me, but at the same time, I'm like, wow, you really, But yeah, and jealousy, man, is a green-eyed monster. I'm telling you, that green-eyed monster, I just randomly brush my hair and stuff, comb my hair and stuff. I need a haircut. But, it really is. And, a lot of stuff going on right now. My mama has her second surgery. Tomorrow they're going to implant some kind of thing for chemotherapy in her chest. I don't know, something they hook the chemo to, I guess. But we're doing that tomorrow and early in the morning. I've been going through a lot of stuff, and she's going to start her treatments for 6 weeks, 5 times a week for 6 weeks, and radiation. And I've been going with a lot of still coach. I got down. I really did, because, we won our first game, and then our second game we lost, and my mind, you know how your mind does, and my mind's racing and rambling like this whole video. But I'm thinking to myself, I was like, wow, am I letting the kids down? Because, I don't feel as if I've been giving it my all, I've been giving it all that I can. With a lot on your mind, you get kind of stressed out and stretched out, and so much you're doing between work and mama and, everything else. And so I'm like, so, but they're all, the love come pouring in and from people who I've coached, their kids and, sometimes you just, you kind of need to hear that sometimes. And, I didn't do the post for that. It was just a rant. I always put that on there, because I don't like this video. I don't expect any comments or anything. It is what it is. But, it was nice to hear people, the nice stuff people were saying. And I got people, talking to me when they see me and like, hey, how's it going? And this and that. And, it's nice to, have someone ask you. And know that they really mean it. It's not just one of them situations where, I kind of feel obligated to ask him, but they really, look at my muscles. But where they really mean it, and, this is kind of nice. But, yeah, Corey, you were right, man. Because there's people in this world, man, that, they don't want to see you do better. They don't want to see you achieve anything. I remember when you were down here at the bank, brother, I know I gave you hell and, we kind of picked and played with each other and this and that, but I'm glad you got out, man. I'm serious, Of course, I'm from Washington, so, hey, I'm glad to see you living it up, brother. I'm serious and, just don't let people get on you, man. Don't let people get you down. My thing is do you. You know what I'm saying? That's number one, do you. If it's not good for you and this and that and, do you. You're number one. You need to come first in your life and then your family and stuff like that. Because, if you don't do you, if you don't take care of you, who else is? Who's going to come by and take care of Corey? Who's going to come by and take care of Mike? Who's going to come by and take care of everybody? You got to be first in your own life. You have to. And You know, because you got to take care of you. My beard is just fluffy. I washed it with shampoo. But, yeah, man, but, you know, get them people out your life. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, and I look at it this way, family, friend, or whoever it may be, great, distant cousin, uncles, sisters, brothers, fathers, mother. I don't care who it is. You know what I'm saying? Get them out your life. I mean, because, you know, I've learned that, you know, there's people that I used to mess with, you know, when I was younger. I'm serious. I don't mess with anymore. I mean, I'll say, hey, if I see him on the street. But as far as hanging out or whatever, I mean, I look back, man, a lot of people I hang out with, you know, they didn't grow up. And that's the whole line, the whole point. At some part of your life, some point in your life, you have to grow up. You know, I'm 41. I turned 41 on the 15th of January this year. You know, wow. You know, I mean, it's just like a big slap, a big wake-up call. You know, 41. You know, it's safe to say that half my life could be over by now, you know? Am I going to live to 82? I don't know. I would love to, but I mean, I don't know if I will or not. I mean, you know, so pretty much I've lived half my life. You could pretty much say, you know? I mean, so, you know, none of us know when we're going to die. None of us are guaranteed tomorrow. I mean, I could drop dead right now doing this video. Who would know? Well, the next customer that come in probably. But no, I mean, at some point, man, if no one takes nothing from this video, and you want something in life, like my man Corey, myself, most of the people I know, you want something in life, you have grown up, you have matured, you have got out of that stage where life is just fun and games and this and that. You know, you've moved on. I forget the term Corey used. I think he was saying glow up or something. Not sure, Corey. Type it down there if you watch this video. I mean, you might not watch my video, but I watch yours. But if you don't, that's fine. But I think he was saying glow up because he was showing pictures on one of his to where I wish I knew how to do that. Shoot me email or messenger or something, Corey. Let me know how to do that. We can show pictures, boom, boom, boom. Of, you know, he was talking about old pictures and stuff like that. You know, in every picture, you know, you might have seen something, Corey, but every, you know, because, you know, it was you, of course. But every single picture I saw, you know, a change for the better. And I'm not just saying that because you're my friend and I know you and stuff like that, but really and truly, I mean, it's hard. One judges their self the hardest. And, you know, but I did in all, you know, your pictures and, them pictures where you were kind of, I mean, I'm fat. But them pictures where you were kind of plump and you're talking about you were, you know, fat ass and stuff. I'm a fat ass brother. You wasn't fat. I mean, but on the real note, I mean, Corey and everybody else, you know, the people that are holding you back and the people that are trying to maintain your life the way it is, to control your life, they haven't grown up. They don't have a life. You know, they're running around here working at a job they don't like or not working or, you know, this or that or whatever it may be. See, they're stuck in a rut. They're not happy, so they're trying their very best to make everyone around them not happy. Or not to be happy, I should say. You know, but that's what I'm saying. You know, there's a point in everyone's life. If you have a goal, I don't care if that goes owning a house. I don't care if that goes buying a car from a, you know, I mean, I bought my car from an actual real car, new car dealership. It wasn't a new car. But, I mean, it has warranty on it and this and that. You know, it wasn't one of them buy here, pay here lots the first time ever. I mean, I didn't have to have nothing down. My credit, oh my gosh, was so junky. I'm telling you, when I turned 18, I got Christmas in the mail a couple weeks later. I thought anyway. It was credit cards. Woo, man. Christmas that year, man, I went shopping with my credit cards and this and that. And oh, man, I mean, yeah, I was, 2-3 credit cards. I'm spending spree. Then you realize you got to pay that junk back. Yeah, so my credit was shot, man. I mean, it was. All I could do. There's nothing now. There's nothing wrong with buy here, pay here lots or nothing, because I bought cars from there before. I mean, but, you know, you got to grow. And probably 2 years ago, man, I mean, my credit was like, woohoo. I mean, it's not really, I mean, it's, you know, it's pushing 7 now. I mean, but 2 years ago, I couldn't get a pack of paper and a pencil on credit. I'm telling you what. But someone told me, you know, apply for a little credit card. Don't just apply for it and not use it. See, that's the key. apply for it like a little credit card, you know, one of them high interest ones. You know, buy stuff here and there, pay. I got American Express card in my wallet right now. I shit you not, American Express card. And it all comes from that, you know, doing that. I mean, little by little building up from like almost like 500 to where it is now. And, you know, because you got to be goal oriented. I mean, you have to. I mean, you know, no matter what, I'll make my car payment. I mean, you know, if time get tough. I mean, because I financed cars before, a little Mustang I had, and an Expedition I had. I mean, you know, paid for it, you know, boom. Hold on, guys. Okay. I guess I should have went the whole hand thing like they do, poof, you know, but I'm not cool like that. But, I mean, you gotta set goals. I mean, you gotta have goals. I mean, I know people, man, they ain't nothing wrong working at McDonald's or Walmart or anything like that, man, but I know people that, man, get these jobs, man, and you know, they're like, oh, whatever, they work a couple months, quit. I got a friend of mine, well, an associate, that quit his job, man, because he asked for that weekend off. Now, he ain't been there for like 3 weeks. Asked for the weekend off. I'm like, well, you ain't been here long enough, you gotta work. You know. So he not gonna show up. Told him he was sick. When he went back that Monday, like, well, you need a doctor's note. Well, he ain't had no doctor's note because his ass was at a party. You quit your job over a party. Stupid. You know, if you watching, stupid. I mean, I told you that to your face, stupid. But man, you just gotta grow up. I mean, people just gotta grow up. I mean, because the way the world's heading now, this is some real stuff. About 20 years, there's gonna be a lot of homeless people. That's right. All these people walking around, I don't care if you're black, white, pink, or yellow, but all these people walking around right now, out no job, nothing like that. About 30 years is really gonna be bad. Have a lot of old people walking around the streets homeless. Another customer, so hold on. Did that look cool? I don't know. 22 minutes of rambling. But I think this big, you know, this is good because, you know, I can just talk about anything. You don't have to like it. You know, hey, whatever. But no, I mean, people. I mean, you got to come a time in your life, man. There's gonna be a lot of old people, homeless and stuff. You know, where's the world gonna be at in a few years, 10, 15 years? And I hate to see it. I mean, I don't want to see it. Don't get me wrong. I mean, because I've worked, you know, since I was 16. Technically, it starts when you're 17 or whatever. You start taking taxes out, but still, I've worked. Probably in all that time, maybe if you add up all the time I wasn't working, might be a year, you know. But I've worked. I mean, just work. Some car washes, I mean, just stuff like that, just to work, you know. But everything happens for a reason. And I don't know how long these things can run, but I don't know. I'm gonna hop off here, my little second video. Probably do another one later. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe. But peace, love, and happiness. Peace out.